Is pasta coming? No, I don't have a game where we don't have a. Are we ever going to have a game again where we don't have a key contributor to this team and get injured? I don't know. That can be your answer to everything that I asked. I don't know. But fuck. I swear to God, NHL goal songs are being are so NHL goal songs are either really you know them as soon as you hit them, or they are completely unintelligible. Especially when you got one that has a freaking fire truck siren going over it. Bruins lose 4-2 to the Washington Capitals in a matinee game that I am recording at 9:28 in the evening. You can thank a midday nap, dinner, doing laundry, the whole 9 yards of reasons reasons this got in the way of me recording this earlier. Also, this was very very frustrating. I mean, at least it's not the Detroit game where it's like, great, we lost 5-3 to a team that isn't even in that's like just barely on the fringe of playoff contention. No, no, the Caps are a decent enough team, and they're like on the what is it? They have like one of the two wild card spots for the East. So they're at least decent, and they have a playoff, and they're in the playoff picture right now. But I mean, I just don't see why I would want to. I just don't see why the Bruins would drop this game, except for the issue of injuries, because Pastrnak and Lindholm are both still injured, to the point where we're playing Josh Brown, which, you know what, I'm fine with. I'm fine with the Bruins playing Josh Brown as long as it's not Connor Clifton. The problem is when you put Derek Forbort on the first D pair with Charlie McAvoy. No, you put no. Top pair is Riley McAvoy. Then it's Griswick Carl, and we'll get into that second D pair in a little bit. And third pair is third pair is Forbort and whoever Bruce feels like putting on in the right, either Clifton or freaking either Clifton or Brown. But hey, at least Trent Frederick is back. I mean, sure, last game he was responsible for a bad clearing attempt that led to the Lightning scoring their one and only goal in that game. But this game started off pretty funny with Frederick and Wilson and just jostling up in for position before the puck even dropped to start the game. This game was also really, really chippy. There were a bunch of times where I thought it was going to go to where I thought at least one person was going to get a 5-minute major, but nope, nobody got that. But after a big Martian hit, sorry, there were some friendly conversations, but somehow play kept going, and Bruins almost get this one and start off pretty quickly with a goal. The problem is Mike Riley shot it from the blue line, and Vitek Vanacek blocked it with the leg. And then Trent Frederick is getting by, and he opens up his foot to. God damn it! I got the hiccups again. God, fuck. Trent Frederick. Anyway, Trent Frederick opens up his foot to redirect the puck into the net, and unfortunately, that's a kicking motion. Sorry, Trent. That's going to get called back. The good news is the Bruins are at least trying to get into the offensive zone, and they're doing, and they're trying to do, and they're at least applying pressure, but they're not doing shit with it. This team did not finish. Pretty much did not finish once in the offensive zone. Especially on the Bruins power play. Oh my god. The Bruins power play is probably the worst I've seen in this team have in recent memory. I think we are 1 for our last 17 in terms of power play on power plays. Compare that to like January, February, where our power play was disgusting. Sorry, we were like logging at least 25% throughout that stretch, and then March happens, and it's just like, what is happening here? What is going on with our power play? I don't know. And now that we only have 10 games left on the schedule, well, it's gonna get real. It's gonna need to be really. You're gonna need to. Can't talk. You're gonna need to fix that quickly, especially when you go 0 for 4 during this game on power play. Anyway, second period starts, and we get why Forbert shouldn't have been on the first D pair, because he completely overcommits and leaves a wide open shooting lane for TJ Oshie, and I think John Carlson ends up deflecting it in to put the Caps up 1-0, which is great. I love playing down. I love being not good at this game. At least the Bruins end up crashing the net a little bit later, and Curtis Lazar just picks it up and just boops it in and put the Bruins up 1-0 to tie the game up at 1. And then we get to the last goal that the Bruins scored, which happened literally a minute later. Charlie McAvoy, the Caps lose the puck in the neutral zone. Hey, I've seen this movie before, but for the Bruins, and McAvoy ends up taking the puck and completely reverses the momentum of the play, for checking it to Eric Holla, who just completely breaks away and gets a top corner snipe to put the Bruins up 2-1, and then we got the surest sign that this game was going to go to shit. Linus Ullmark playing probably the best stretch of goalie since Jeremy Swayman in February. Linus Ullmark makes a save and then just completely forgets where the puck is. And Tom Wilson is like, "Oh, the puck's right in front of you, dipshit. Now it's the puck's right in front of you, dipshit. Hey, now it's behind you." Puts it 5-hole. Game is tied 2-2. But third period starts. It's Bruins again. They try to put good pressure up front. Doesn't do anything. Lars Eller ends up shooting it off of Holla's right skate just a little bit after a faceoff, and that ricochets right into the net. And then the surest sign that we weren't going to come back from this, Mike Riley takes probably the first offsides I've seen the Bruins take in at least a week and a half. Maybe I'm just not observant, but like that barely ever happens. The Bruins going offsides. It's but Allmark ends up making two saves on. Allmark ends up making saves on two breakaways in a row, which good. We love that about Allmark. We love having a goalie who can just clamp down in a breakaway scenario. But time's winding down. Bruins aren't really getting anything going. They got to pull Allmark, so they do. And in typical Bruins fashion, not only do we let in an empty netter, but that empty netter comes in at with 0.3 seconds left in the game. So yes, this is yet another game in which the Bruins let in a goal with less than a minute left on the in the period. Fantastic. I love this team. I love just freaking. It's not that we lost to. It's not that we lost to a team that's sort of meh. It's that we lost to a team that's. It's the way that we lost. Yes. And sure, we can blame it on injuries, especially with Matt Grzelcyk ending up going down in around the second period, I think, and not being available for the rest of the game. So great, we're down our top goal scorer and two of our best defensemen. Great, we're screwed. Good teams are able to overcome it. Look at Tampa. Their best player was gone for most of the season. For most of the season, they won a cup. They won a cup up like that. This team is just. I hate being so. I don't know who are the Bruins playing next. Just 1 second. Bruins play the Blues next on Tuesday. Wow, it took the Bruins until April to play the Blues again. And fantastic. But I don't know. The Blues are pretty vicious, especially with guys like Jordan Kyrou, Vladimir Tarasenko. The Blues are a very well put together team. Freaking gonna look up their standing right. The Blues are tied for third the Blues are tied for second in the Central. The only reason why they are in third. The only reason why they have third is because is two of those is because they ended up just losing in overtime 4 more times instead of getting 2 more wins. So, oh yeah, also because of this loss, the Bruins are now dropped down to the to fourth in the division, and as a result, only the first wild card spot. Great, we're still going back and forth with Tampa over this shit. And I fully expect us to end up on the bottom. But I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. So that is it for tonight's episode of Into the Den. Thank you all so much for watching. Click subscribe, click like, click subscribe if you really like. Down below is still the GoFundMe for Jake T-Rose recovery for a family trying to escape the atrocities of Texas. Of transphobic Texas legislation, and also my TikTok if you want to follow me there, and tell your friends that being injured isn't really an excuse for actually no, maybe don't tell your friends that being injured isn't an excuse for playing up to abilities, because they're only one person. Meanwhile, the Bruins are a freaking team.